The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, thank you for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. We're going to get to your top stories in just a bit, but first let's check in with weather. Meteorologist Jackie Layer with a look at how it's going to be today, Jackie. So it started off pretty rainy out there and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, cooler out there for the day today with high temperatures, very similar to yesterday, likely back in those lower 70s. We also did start off with the fog and also some rain showers as well. Those rain showers continue to fade as we look towards midday today. And those winds will be picking up out of the north-northeast. And with that north-northeast wind, that'll keep temperatures on the cooler side. Could get clipped by some heavier showers back out towards our westernmost areas. We're talking western Maryland, parts of, say, the Shenandoah Valley. But aside from that, the rest of the day today just looking cloudy and cool for the rest of the region. Waking up tomorrow morning with temperatures mid-upper 60s, maybe that spot shower chance. But it looks like more thunderstorm activity is possible later on tomorrow afternoon as temperatures climb back into those 80s tomorrow. So much more seasonable for your Tuesday. But more details on even hotter temperatures in that 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Jackie, thank you. A health alert. Virginia and D.C. health officials are warning people about a possible measles exposure. Someone with measles reportedly traveled through Dulles International Airport last Sunday in the late morning through early afternoon after traveling out of the country. Now, that person then got on the Silver Line Metro, transferred onto the Red Line, and headed towards Shady Grove Station. Health officials are working to contact people who may have been exposed. Measles is highly contagious. Watch for symptoms 21 days after a potential exposure. They include a fever, runny nose, watery red eyes, and a cough. That person with measles, officials say they went to several locations in the DMV. And now to a major national news story. The man suspected of killing a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband is in police custody. Their local police chief calling this the largest manhunt in the state's history. Now, police say Vance Bolter was found in the woods near his home after officials found his car abandoned in rural Sibley County. Police set up a large perimeter and called in 20 tactical teams. 57-year-old Bolter allegedly shot and killed Democrat former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband inside of their home. Bolter also allegedly shot and injured Democratic State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. Officials have not given details on a possible motive, but Minnesota Governor Tim Walz calling it a political motivated assassination.
We must all, Minnesota and across the country, stand against all forms of political violence. Those responsible for this will be held accountable.
The Associated Press says law enforcement agents gathered several AK-style firearms from the suspect's vehicle. And Saturday's massive military parade taking place in D.C. celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Army. The display coinciding with President Donald Trump's 79th birthday. Tens of thousands of people attended the military parade and festival in Washington on the National Mall. Over 6,000 troops marched past the White House as tanks rolled through the streets and military helicopters and planes flew overhead. During the parade, President Trump administered the oath for new Army recruits and delivered an international message.
Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too. Time and again, America's enemies have learned that if you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you. Your defeat will be certain, your demise will be final, and your downfall will be total and complete.
And the rain we expected to see largely held off for the most part. The parade's start time was moved up 30 minutes to avoid any severe weather. And across the country, No Kings rallies protesting President Trump and the military parade Saturday. Here at home, rallies held in McLean, Arlington, Rockville, and Silver Spring. Those involved say they protested to oppose DOGE cuts to federal workers, government agencies, and the White House's handling of immigration enforcement.
Our message is no kings in America. Basically, no kings in the United States. That this country was founded on the concept of a government of the people, for the people, by the people, and it doesn't depend on one person and one person having all the power.
And in Maryland, Democrat U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen made an appearance at one of the protests taking place in Rockville. He and protesters shared more about their efforts.
People are saying is, in the United States of America, it's we the people. It's not one person, it's not the king, it's not an authoritarian leader. We designed our entire system to make sure that one person could not seize total control.
Senator Van Hollen also made statements about Abrego Garcia at the protest, stating that Garcia's case has always been about protecting his constitutional rights and that his case belongs in the United States so that he can get his due process. Culpeper County police say a 21-year-old man allegedly drove his SUV through a crowd of protesters at a No Kings rally on Saturday. Officials say at least one person was hurt. They say Joseph Cheklik Jr. intentionally accelerated his vehicle into the dispersing crowd, striking at least one person with his vehicle. The Culpeper Democrats shared a message on their Facebook page yesterday saying thank you to Culpeper Police Department for your quick response for keeping our protest safe. All right, first on DC News Now, a former hostage held by Hamas is sharing her harrowing story of 2 months in captivity. She was kidnapped on October 7th, nearly 2 years ago, while she attended the Nova Music Festival. DC News Now's Dave Laval caught up with her, and some of these details might be disturbing.
Mentally, half of my heart is trying to understand what is the new reality of me.
Moran Stella Anai is still coming to grips with her ordeal. This display at Gallery Place recreates the October 7th, 2023 terrorist attack at Israel's Nova Music Festival. Hamas terrorists killed roughly 1,200 people. They took more than 25 others hostage, including Anai.
I was starved. I didn't have water. I didn't have medicine. But I always say that that was nothing compared to the mental war that they took on me every single day.
Anai suffered 2 broken legs and lost half her hearing.
This is not your regular exhibit. Everything here came from the Nova Music Festival massacre, including the cars the terrorists shot at and burned in order to kill Israelis.
Anai met 15 fellow hostages. One in particular still hurts.
He was trying to save my life. He was trying to fight for me, and eventually I failed with fighting for him to bring him back home.
Anai's ordeal ended 57 days later.
Till that point that we crossed the border with Egypt, I didn't really believe that I'm going home.
Anai is now focused on herself and also bringing home friends still held hostage. In Chinatown in Northwest, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, turning now to weather. What a morning. What a Monday morning, Jackie. We have some rain, some fog out there, and it's a little chilly.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going to be looking at later on today. Those showers will be moving out by about midday. The cloudy skies, though, those will likely stick around, so heads up. But that fog will also likely continue to lift out as well. Futurecast shows us that we'll continue to see those winds picking up out of the north and east, keeping temperatures back in those upper 60s to lower 70s, similar to those high temperatures we had yesterday. So if you felt cool yesterday, you're going to feel cool again today. Some chances for some more wet weather back out towards our westernmost areas later on tonight, and some of those could contain some heavier downpours. So heads up western Maryland, parts of the Shenandoah Valley. Maybe a spot shower chance early tomorrow morning, not quite as widespread as what we had earlier this morning, but it's later on tomorrow afternoon that we could see potential for some showers and thunderstorms to bubble up. Those will be isolated to scattered across the area. High temperatures tomorrow, thanks to a southerly wind, will allow those temperatures to heat up back into those 80s. And again, some of those thunderstorms could contain some heavier downpours too. Excessive rainfall outlook today. Let's back out towards our westernmost areas. We're talking extreme westernmost parts of Garrett County. Tomorrow, that slight risk, 2 out of 4 on that scale, does expand a little bit farther eastward. It does include parts of the Shenandoah Valley as well as western Maryland, parts of the eastern Panhandle. Then we do have that marginal risk for mainly areas north and west of DC. It does include much of the I-81 corridor. The next 3 days will start to heat things up. Certainly feeling like summer out there. Wednesday, high temperatures right around around 90. And we're also looking at some scattered afternoon thunderstorms too. So a very summery setup where we have that heat building in along with some rain and thunderstorm chances into the afternoon. That low pressure slides out on Wednesday afternoon and into the evening. We're looking at some showers and storms. Then as we get towards Thursday, we do have a cold front approaching from the north and west. With that cold front out ahead of it, we're looking at some late day showers and thunderstorms Thursday, likely holding off till later on during the evening hours. So you do want to stay weather aware for that, considering with that cold front coming in, we're going to be tracking the high temperatures on Thursday into lower 90s. So with that cold front, it's going to be the battle zone for those showers and storms to really set up. So that'll be something that we'll continue to monitor, considering it's all dependent on the timing of that cold front. So that could slow up a little bit, or it could continue to quickly push through. So that would change that timing of those showers and storms. That'll be something that we'll continue to monitor as we get closer and closer towards Thursday. Friday, though, looking drier with that summer solstice. So that's something to look forward to. But in terms of that severe outlook for Thursday, yeah, it's a 15% chance. So that will be something that we'll continue to keep a close eye on. Here's the rest of that 7-day forecast. Right around 90 Wednesday and Thursday, upper 80s on Friday for the summer solstice. Feeling like summer out there this weekend. High temperatures, low to mid 90s.
Yeah, speaking of summer, we might not be in the dog days of summer just yet, but it probably feels like that for your pets. The heat is just as dangerous for them. DC News Now's anchor Chris Flanagan spoke with a local doctor about keeping your pets safe and the warning signs you should look for.
Dogs and cats do have sweat glands on their paw pads, but it's not nearly enough skin to sweat as much as they would need to keep their entire bodies cool. Panting is how they cool off when they can't sweat it off, and that helps trade the warm, humid air from inside their lungs with the, typically cooler air outside. Panting also helps evaporate some of the spit in their mouths off to cool them off, similar to sweating. If you have to be outside with your pet when it's hot, just be sure to have plenty of water with you and something from which your pet can drink it. Stay off paved surfaces and seek out shade, whether that's under an umbrella or a great tree. Whether it's, a doggy pool or a pour from your water bottle, wetting down their skin and coat can actually help a lot to help keep them cool. And at home, use your air conditioner if you've got it. And whether or not you do, make sure you've got some fans going so you can move the air around.
Dr. London, of course, we can experience heat stroke as humans, but so can our pets, our dogs and our cats. What are some of the signs that they're experiencing heat stroke?
Oh, yes. Signs of heat stroke include red or purple gums, reddened skin, excessive panting, diarrhea, vomiting, weakness, and even collapse. Heat stroke happens when your pet cannot sufficiently cool off, and important body systems are actually starting to shut down and suffer. So if you suspect your dog is suffering from heat stroke, move them to a cool place and keep them still and calm.
And you can see Chris's full interview with Dr. London on our website at dcnewsnow.com. DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Tomorrow, Virginia voters head to the polls for primary races, but they'll not be choosing between candidates for the governor's race. Democrat Abigail Spanberger and Republican Winsome Earl-Sears are both running unopposed on the top of the statewide ticket. But in the lieutenant governor's race, there are 6 Democrats running to be the party's nominee. And while on the Republican side, John Reed does not have a primary opponent. And the Commonwealth has open primaries, which means you do not need to be registered with a political party to cast a ballot. For more on Tuesday's primaries, just head to our website at dcnewsnow.com. And this Thursday is Juneteenth. If you live and work in Montgomery County, heads up, there are schedule changes for commuters to know about. Metro Rail will operate on a Saturday. 19th, that's a Thursday. Trains will run from 7 a.m. through midnight. No need to pay at parking garages, parking lots, and meters. There will also be no trash pickup that day. Collections for the rest of the week will be delayed by 1 day. Depending on the weather, considered a swim outdoor public pools will be open, but county libraries will be closed. And check this out, the DC Defenders taking home the UFL title. They took down the Michigan Panthers Saturday night, 58-34. This being the most ever points scored in a UFL game or any spring football league. Across the district, praise coming in for the Defenders, including from the council and Mayor Muriel Bowser. Congrats to them. And that's all the time we have for you this morning on DC News Now. Be sure to stick around for more news and weather coming up on the news at noon.